Magandang araw, pelikula lovers, and welcome to Psikolohiya sa Pelikula, where we uncover how Filipino psychology lives within the stories that inspire, challenge, and transform us. From timeless classics to the latest films, sama-sama nating tuklasin kung paano hinuhubog ng pelikula ang ating pagkakaunawa sa sarili at sa lipunan. Kaya naman sa ating first segment, we'll explore the unsettling story of Corazon ng Unang Aswang. But before we get into that, let us first meet our host. Hi, it's Siza.
Hi, it's Gus.
Hi, it's Leslie.
Hi, it's Michaela.
Hey, I'm Alexa.
And last but not least, I'm Seth. Hi.
So now that we've met everyone, kilalanin naman natin si Corazon and take a glimpse at her world. A world filled with love and longing, slowly unraveling to sorrow and horror. The 2012 film Corazon ng Unang Aswang is set in Magdalena, a small town na pag-aari ng isang mayaman na negosyante o si Matias. The film opens with Corazon, a woman longing to conceive a child. Her longing wasn't just personal. Dala rin ito ng expectations ng kanyang ama at ng komunidad na paulit-ulit na nagpapaalala na ang papel at silbi ng isang asawa ay magdawal ng anak. But despite these pressures and stereotypes, her husband of 5 years, Daniel, remained by her side. After years of failed attempts, the couple left town in search of a woman who was capable of helping them. Herminia gave Corazon a statue at sinabi na magtiwala siya at magdasal dito for 2 weeks, and true enough, Corazon's devotion seemed rewarded when she finally conceived. Pero may mga pagkakataon talaga na i-challenge tayo ng mundo, no? Kasi on the day of the child's birth, Corazon's baby was born lifeless. Dito tuluyang gumuho ang mundo ni Corazon. Filled with grief and anger, she turned her blame toward God, thinking na lahat ng kanyang sakripisyo ay nauwi sa wala. Corazon ran away while Daniel was left behind and continued to search for her. Soon, the town was filled with fear as children began to die mysteriously each night. Hanggang sa isang gabi, nahuli siya ng kaibigan ni Daniel na muntikan ng patay ng anak nito. Because of this, Corazon was accused of killing the town's children. The people rallied to hunt her down, habang si Daniel naman ay hinabol din ng mga tauhan ni Matias matapos niyang patay nito. With that, the film closes with Corazon and Daniel running away together, leaving Magdalena behind. Alam niyo, grabe no? Kasi I really thought na it was just a straight-up horror film. I mean, horror siya, pero habang pinapanood mo kasi, ma-realize mo na may halong psychological themes pala yung Corazon. And it shows how
Yeah.
unprocessed pain and pressures from society can twist someone's world. Kaya di ba parang hindi lang siya kwento ng aswang, but also a reflection of how mental health struggles can manifest in everyday life. Pero kayo ba, like if
True.
kayo yung nasa,
True.
'di ba? Like if kayo yung nasa posisyon ni Corazon, what would you guys do?
I mean, honestly, I
Siguro,
can't judge.
parang sobrang hirap nung pinagdaanan niya since everyone is against her. Kahit her own family and even her community na lagi niyang nakikita. Pero nakikita siya as someone na parang talot sa lipunan, ganun. Porket hindi siya magkaanak.
Kaanak. Mm-mm.
Ayun.
Oo nga eh. Grabe pala yung nangyari kay Corazon, no? In my opinion, this film is deeply rooted in Filipino culture. Hindi lang dahil tungkol ito sa folklore na aswang, kung hindi dahil din sa asal ng komunidad tungkol sa sitwasyon nila Corazon at yung asawa niya si Daniel. Isa rito ang paniniwala ng mga Pilipino na ang silbi ng mga babae sa tahanan ay magbigay ng anak sa kanilang asawa. Ito ang sentral na tunggalian ng conflict actually ng pelikula. Dahil sa outdated na paniniwala na ito ng 1950s na Pilipinas, si Corazon ay nilalayuan at nakikitang walang kwenta dahil hindi niya matugunan ang pangangailangan ng kanyang asawa at ang tungkulin niya sa bayan o sa komunidad niya ng Magdalena. Ang pag-ilag at pagbubukod ng mga mamamayan ng Magdalena mula kay Corazon ay mahigpit na nakaapekto kay Corazon syempre. Kahit sino ba naman, 'di ba? Kahit na hindi niya ito pinapahalata sa kanyang asawa at ama. Ang konsepto ng bayanihan o pagtutulungan ay nakita rin dito sa pamamagitan ng pagkakaisa ng mga mamamayan ng Magdalena sa pagbubuklod nila kila Corazon at Melinda. Sama-sama silang pinagkaisa niyong dalawa, reflecting a united belief or moral union na characteristic din ng konsepto ng pakikipagkapwa. Sa madaling sabi, sina Corazon at Melinda ay tuturing ng mga mamamayan na outsider, o ibang tao habang itinuturing nilang hindi ibang tao or one of us yung isa't isa. I just want to add, bukod sa mga lokal na konsepto ng psikolohiya na nabanggit ko kanina, makikita rin dito, I think, yung groupthink o ang phenomenang pinropose ni Irving Janis noong 1972 na naglalarawan ng pag-prioritize ng pagkakaisa at pagkakasundo-sundo within a group kahit na o kaysa sa critical thinking ng mga miyembro nito. Dahil dito, lumalabas na hindi pinag-isipan, mali at sa kaso nila Corazon, mapanakit ang mga desisyon at gawin ng grupo. Sa makatuwid, ang pelikulang Corazon ay isang reflection ng Philippine customs and traditions noong sinaunang panahon, lalong-lalo na sa mga probinsya. Ipinakita nito ang ilan sa mga magagandang ugali ng Pilipino tulad ng pakikipagkapwa at bayanihan, at ang mga hindi magandang mga dulot nito kapag nasobrahan yung implementasyon nito tulad ng groupthink nga o ang bulag na pagsasama-sama at ang toxic na paniniwala at mentality tungkol sa pagkakaroon ng anak at pagbuo ng pamilya. Therefore, I think the movie has rich cultural significance sa Pilipino noon at ngayon. Pero ibang na nga today eh. Mahirap na magkaanak ngayon eh. Tingin nyo ba, mas worth it ba mag-anak that time compared to now? How about you, Micaela?
Siguro, oo. Kasi, in the sense na mas simple yung buhay dati. Ngayon, sobrang mahal ng bilihin. Simple in the sense na parang sa rural areas, kahit hindi mo
Oo.
nabayaran, basta may tanim ka, may baka ka, pwede ka na makatayo ng business or parang trade from that eh. Ngayon, parang in terms of parang financial and societal stability, parang hirap nun ngayon.
Yeah.
Kasi ang
In this
mahal na ng lahat.
economy,
Yeah,
true.
totoo.
Mahal na ng bigas. Tapos sa mga ano ngayon, sa tindahan, may nakalagay na bawal utang. Ganun. Pinapaikot lang ang
Oo.
puhunan.
Totoo.
Yeah.
Oo.
Well, that makes sense, Micaela. But before we move on to our next segment, let's hear it from one of our sponsors.
Mga pelikula-lovers, ilang beses ka na ba nag-ugly cry habang pinapahirapan ng life and ng eyeliner mo? Introducing Luha-Proof Eyeliner by Sinta Cosmetics. The only eyeliner that stays kahit di na siya nagstay. With our patented kapit kung kapit formula, hindi ito kumakalat kahit naiwan ka, nagtampo ka, o nag-moment ka habang nakatingin sa bintana with background music.
Hindi man siya bumalik, at least yung eyeliner ko andito pa.
Luha-Proof Eyeliner. Kasi may mga bagay, dapat hindi nag-fade. Available sa lahat ng sari-sari store na may chismis.
So, magandang araw everyone and welcome back to the Pelikulaverse. So, talakayin naman natin ang segment 2, which is the Psikolohiyang Pilipino in Action, where we explore the Filipino psychology through the films that move, scare, and shape us. And today's episode is a deep dive into the haunting world of Corazon, ang unang aswang. At the heart of this film, it is not just horror, but everyday Filipino emotions like hiya, yung kapwa, pakikisama, colonial mentality, loob at labas, na values that quietly guide our decisions and relationships. And today, we're going to see how these values fuel Corazon's journey. So, let's start with the people in the community. Bago pa man tawagin nilang halimaw o aswang si Corazon, isa muna siyang babaeng may respeto, may pasensya at malasakit sa mga tao sa paligid niya, na kahit sa kabila ng mga masasamang sabi-sabi na binabato sa kanya, in the film, we see that the neighbors were whispering behind her back. Pero sa labas is maganda ang pakikitungo nila. Kinakamusta nila si Corazon, pero sa likod, iba ang kanilang usapan na sinasabi nila na, ay, kaya hindi siya nagkakaanak kasi ilang beses na siyang nagpalaglag, makasalanan siya, may sumpa, tsaka baog. Pero, kung iisipin natin, it's the community that slowly makes her feel like a monster. Like, maraming masasakit na salita ang kanilang nabitawan, at unti-unting itong naging binhi ng galit, ng sama ng loob, at pagkapuot na bubulong sa kung naging sino si Corazon. And dito lumalabas ang dalawang uri ng pakikisama, yung pakikisama sa labas at pakikisama sa loob. Sa labas, pinapakita nilang mayroon silang pakikikorazon, pinapakita nilang magandang pakikitungo. Ngunit sabi nga sa loob, they are full of judgment, maraming chismis at panghuhusga. Pero ang masakit is hindi naman talaga masamang tao si Corazon. In fact, makikita natin na may kabaitan siya sa mga bata, sa komunidad. Makikita din natin sa pelikula na habang ang buong baryo ay inaalipusta si Melinda is yung babaeng tinatawag ng mga tao na baliw. And Corazon was one of the few who saw Melinda as a human being and showed her kindness. And hindi siya tinrato na parang wala siyang halaga. And dito natin nakita yung kapwa. It is the recognition of shared humanity where something Corazon practiced even when others failed to show it to her. Kayo ba guys, may time or moment ba sa buhay nyo na nagpakita kayo ng kindness kahit hindi kayo tinrato ng tama? Ikaw ba, Ses?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that it's part of the expectations of being a woman in our society, but it kind of is na you're supposed to turn the other cheek. It's
True.
expected, 'di ba? It's
Oo.
expected na even though people have been disrespectful or even if they're not kind to you, you should not respond in kind. And of course, it's good for your mental health. Kasi,
Mm.
don't degrade yourself just because they're bad. But at the same
Oo.
time, sometimes you just wanna get down on their level and be petty with them.
Oo.
Mm.
But you have to
True.
be the bigger person, so it's kind of
Oo.
hard.
Yes.
To add on that, Sis, parang
Mm.
laging may sinasabi na kapag binato ka ng bato, batuhin mo ng tinapay. Pero
Tinapay.
parang
'Di ba?
kung
Oo.
tinatapak-tapakan ka naman, parang may right ka rin naman to defend yourself. So parang
True.
as women, parang yun yung expectation sa atin nga. Like you said, na just to turn the other cheek. Pero parang at this point in time, parang dapat hindi na ganun. Dapat parang kung alam mong inaalipusta ka or parang binuboli ka just for whatever reason na kunwari, hindi lang aligned yung paniniwala mo sa paniniwala nila, dapat you should fight back and fight for what's right. Ayun.
Preach, sis. Yes.
Yes.
Lalo
Kasi,
na sa ating mga babae. Like, expected tayo na mag-submit lang, maging
Mm.
tanggapin
Oo.
lang lahat, 'di ba? Yun nga, gaya ni Micaela, dapat matuto tayong lumaban.
yes.
Ayun.
True.
People took advantage of that kindness na parang there's a point na
Yes.
in our life na mapupuno rin tayo. So, pag napuno tayo, so anong maibibigay pa natin sa sarili natin? A lot of Corazon's behavior is influenced by hiya also. Hiya is a deep of sense of shame in many scenes where the community mocks her for not being able to carry a child. She
Mm-mm.
stays quiet. Hindi siya lumalaban, hindi siya sumisigaw, and tinatanggap niya lang lahat kahit sobrang sakit. Dito natin makikita kung paano gumagana ang hiya sa kulturang Pilipino na instead na i-express natin yung pain, tinatago natin ito sa sarili natin. And instead of confronting the issue, tinitiis natin para lang hindi makasira ng kapayapaan at para maiwasan ang anumang gulo. We avoid conflict na parang kahit na nasasaktan na tayo, kahit na unti-unti nang bumibigat sa loob natin, na parang dahil dito, si Corazon, ang hiya ay naging mabigat na tanikala sa kanya na she starts believing na what the community says, na she begins to think na baka totoo nga na baka may sumpa nga siya, baka kulang siya bilang babae. So nagda-doubt na siya sa sarili niya. So sa
Oo.
kagustuhan niyang maging ina, tas mabigyan niya ng anak ang kanyang asawa, parang ito yung naging sentro ng kanyang buhay. Dahil
Oo.
dito naging masigasig siyang deboto, binuhos niya ang kanyang oras at lakas sa panalangin at ritual na umaasa na
Oo.
makakamtan niya yung inaasam niya na anak. Pero sa kasamaang palad nga, namatay yung kanyang anak, and yung trahedyang ito ang naging simula ng kanyang pagbabago and lungkot at sama ng loob na matagal niyang itinatago ay nauwi sa galit at sa pagiging mapanganib, lalo na sa ibang bata sa kanilang komunidad. And because she keeps everything inside, lahat ng sama ng loob, yung lungkot, yung takot at pressure na dala-dala niya, ang emotional burden na hindi niya kayang ilabas. And this
Yeah.
emotional burden na nag-build up na siya inside na unprocessed, unspoken, and unresolved hanggang sa tuluyan siyang masira sa bigat ng lahat ng pinipigilan niya.
Parang
I
everyone kasi
agree.
is against her that time eh.
Oo. Yun
Yeah,
nga
everyone
yung
mocks
masakit
her.
dun eh. As a woman, parang lahat against you. Parang yung mga time na yun, parang women are already seen as helpless, tapos gaganunin pa siya ng community niya. So,
Diba?
it's just sad.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think aside from groupthink, meron ding internalized misogyny na nagpa-play
Oo.
True.
inside the
Oo.
community.
True.
Hindi lang internalized.
Oo.
Very very
Misogyny.
externalized. Oo.
Final boss.
Final boss.
Tsaka masakit pa kasi kapwa babae din yung mga
Oo.
Yun
nagda-drag
pa.
sa kanya pababa.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
majority of them are women.
So, ayun, going back sa points mo, Leslie, alam mo, ang gaganda nun. And I want to build more on that by using more concepts from Psikolohiyang Pilipino. Una sa lahat, you've mentioned kapwa, and your breakdown of kapwa really stands out. Kasi even before Corazon became an aswang, the community already treated her as an iba or as an outsider in English. So, hindi siya
Yes.
tinuturing na kapwa ng community niya. So, instead of genuine na pakikipagkapwa at suporta ang binibigay ng komunidad sa kanya, like, Corazon is clearly a woman who is going through something na mental na hindi mo nakikita, pero kita mo sa galaw niya na pressured siya eh. Pero, yun nga, instead of support yung ibigay sa kanya, fake smiles ang sumalubong sa kanya every time she goes out. And when she's not around, lagi siyang binabackstab. Puro chismis yung binabalik sa kanya. Which still this day, diba? Ang daming marites or keyboard warriors na clearly seen in the movie as parallels sa mga townspeople, diba?
True.
So,
Yes.
concept na connected sa fakeness ng community sa film is pakikiramdam, pero in the context of Corazon. So parang in her context, parang Corazon is always reading the room. Parang nasisense yun na yung judgment even before people speak of it. Even if they don't say it out loud, kitang-kita mo na parang, or kitang-kita niya rather, na ayun, ginajudge ako kasi hindi ako magkaanak, baog ako, ganon. Parang ganun yung mga nafe-feel niya. And to the point that every whisper in the community when she passes by, it feels like a validation of her fears, which pressured her and pushed her to find other ways to conceive a child. Diba, Philippines is a very Catholic society. Parang yung odd doon sa nangyari kay Corazon is parang sa sobrang desperate niya na since pressured siya by society and her neighbors, umano siya, parang nag-give in siya sa witchcrafty type of ritual kahit may religious connotations. Kasi 'di ba sobrang laking value ng religion sa Philippines.
It
And
is,
parang
yeah.
part yun of
Mm-mm.
our
Yeah.
Filipino value. Gumawa siya ng way to medicate her pain. Parang lalo pa yung naging source of discrimination kasi nga parang, ba't siya nag-witchcraft? Ang weird mo naman. Parang ganun yung nangyayari. Tapos, additional value seen in the film, additional Filipino value is her pakikibagay. Pero parang twisted din yun eh. Nakikibagay siya to medicate her need to conform to feminine expectations. Yun nga, as said earlier, dahil hindi siya magkaanak, she feels like she's violating her role in society. Violating her role as a woman in society. At dito rin pumapasok yung colonial mentality. Yung idea na ang value ng babae ay nakabase lang sa motherhood, purity, and sacrifice for her family. And kung iisipin natin, these are not purely indigenous beliefs, but these are beliefs shaped by colonial and religious norms. Like, bago naman dumating yung mga Spaniards, may indigenous groups tayo. Tapos parang, hindi naman ganon. Like ngayon, sa kasal, laging sinasabi the wife has to submit to their husband. As sa indigenous tribes sa Philippines, men and women have equal roles and contributions in the family and society. So, ayun,
True.
kitang-kita dun yung colonial mentality, diba? And now, sa ano naman, sa dynamics observed in the film, we saw yung loob and labas na dynamic. And Curzon becomes a tragic embodiment of this. Her panglabas, or what she shows to the public, shows patience and devotion to give her husband a child and create a family that is accepted by society. Pero sa loob niya, puno siya ng takot at galit. Ika nga sa psikolohiyang Filipino, kapag sobrang lumayo ang loob at labas, nagkakaroon ng disconnect sa internal. And nagkakaroon ng punit o kaya rupture. And we clearly see this in Corazon when, ayun nga, parang nawawala na siya sa kanyang identity as a woman. Pag motherhood na lang, ganon. So parang doon lumitaw siguro yung pagiging quote-unquote aswang niya. Pero on the brighter note, I actually see her devotion to the ritual to have a child as a sign of her lakas ng loob. A kind of courage rooted in faith and hope, even if she feels crazy or wala na siya sa sarili. Pero ayun nga, nakita naman natin sa film na nung nawala yung anak niya, her lakas ng loob collapses. Napalitan ng galit, dusa, at kawalan ng pag-asa since she already rooted her identity in only being a mother as imposed by siguro yung mga lalaki sa community and also the society she's living in. And ayun, of course, adding to the concept of pagdurusa, yung film, in-emphasize niya yung cycle ng ginhawa at dusa throughout the whole movie. Na-experience ni Corazon is a brief ginhawa during her pregnancy. Then, nag-collapse yung lahat. Naka-experience siya ng extreme dusa when her child died at birth. At dahil wala siyang mapagsabihan ng kanyang pains, the dusa became her poison and her downfall as a woman. And ayun nga, parang throughout the entire film, yung psyche ni Corazon is correlated to the concept of bahala na, but in a distorted way. Parang instead of courage, it becomes hopelessness in the context of pregnancy and motherhood. Parang sinasabi ni Corazon to herself, bahala na kung anong mangyari, kung wala akong makapitan. Kung hindi ako magkaanak, wala akong silbi sa asawa ko o sa komunidad. Parang yun yung mga iniisip niya, 'di ba? So parang
True.
everything she did everything in her will, even if it harms her life or her mental health, just to live up to society's standards and expectations, 'di ba? Which is sad kasi nakikita pa rin natin to even in today's time, 'di ba? Parang pag hindi ka nagkakaanak or magkaasawa by your late 20s or early 30s, ibig sabihin na you're doomed na in the sense na you failed in the aspect of family life. Yung family nga, 'di ba, na-mention ko kanina, parang super pinapahalagahan 'yun ng mga Filipinos. Kayo ba guys, naka-experience ba kayo ng pressure from your family na magkaasawa na dapat kayo by this age, magkapamilya na dapat kayo by this age, or ano ba guys?
I
Hindi
would say
naman,
so.
Hindi
Not
naman yata kasi
directly,
mawawala
pero
siya.
oo.
Oh,
Like,
Hanggat
feeling ko
merong
talaga yung mga
matatanda.
babae here, darating ka at a certain age na yung family mo talagang magtatanong sa'yo na, oh, ba't di ka pa nag-aasawa? Wala ka pa bang balak mag-anak?
lagi
True.
yan
Ganon.
naririnig,
Like
diba?
college pa lang,
Mm-mm.
antay. Grabe naman. Patapusin muna. Oh my God.
So, ayun nga, ang
True.
daming na-experience ng mga babae na pressure na kahit hindi naman kasing lala nung pressure kay Corazon na parang pinagchismisan siya na baog siya, ganun, dahil ayaw niya magkaanak. Parang kita pa rin siya sa society today, diba? Ang sabi nga is a healthy self depends on a balanced loob. So, si Corazon, yung loob niya has fractures. And dito lumabas yung tinatago niyang mga damdamin, yung hiya, guilt, grief, resentment. And when the loob can no longer hold everything in, the quote-unquote monster the community projected onto her finally takes shape. So in the end, Corazon isn't just the first aswang. She is a product of a community that failed to practice genuine kapwa. Sobrang disheartening nun as a woman. Pero ayun
Yeah.
nga, Oo. Siyempre, literally naman, hindi siya yung first aswang. Pero more like a product of the society that she's in. So what do you guys think? Do you literally believe in aswangs?
Parang ang galing din kasi ng simbolismo ng aswang. Hindi siya parang
Oo.
yung nasa, yung kumukuha, yung nangangaya ng anak. Parang sa
Oo.
movie, pent-up emotions siya ni Corazon. Ang
Oo.
galing lang.
True.
Mm.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
you pointed out, Mika, na yung when her
Mm-mm.
loob fractured and lumabas na yung negative emotions, yung hiya, guilt, grief, and resentment, those negative
Oo.
emotions burst the monster. Like, that's a symbolism of it. It's so
Oo.
good.
Oo. Parang, do you also guys feel na parang nakikita tayo as monsters pag naglalabas tayo ng true emotion natin, parang ang sama-sama agad natin dahil nagalit tayo kahit di naman dapat daw or something like that. Do you guys agree with
Yes.
that?
Yes,
Yes.
wholeheartedly. Oh my
Oh.
God.
Tsaka
Yes.
maybe deep down, there's a monster in all of us, but hindi naman dapat
Yeah.
siya viewed as parang something so negative. Kasi dapat, I
Oo.
feel, based sa movie, kailangan natin din i-consider bakit ba nagiging monster yung isang tao. Yung mga villain, lagi naman
True.
silang may
Yeah, good
villain
point.
origin eh.
Yeah,
Oo.
they only see the monster, not what
True.
created it.
Those are really good insights, guys. Pero before we move on to our next segment, let's now hear from our major sponsor.
Sa isang mundong puno ng kababalaghan, kailangan mo lang ng isang bagay para manatiling buo. Introducing Shake, Rattle, and Hold Hairspray by Sinta Cosmetics. The hairspray na kahit anong ihip ng hangin, hindi matitinag. Kahit pumaytikba lang na tumatakbo. White lady na sumisigaw. O ex mong humihinga na naghahabol.
Baby, I promise I'll change.
Pero, wait, ang hairspray ng bangs ko?
Shake, Rattle, and Hold Hairspray. Kahit horror ang buhay mo, huwag mong hayaang horror ang itsura mo. For external use only, do not apply while being pursued by supernatural entities. Sinta Cosmetics assumes no responsibility for personal possessions, unexpected disappearances, or sudden levitation of hair accessories.
Ayan, so of course, magandang araw naman sa ating mga pelikula lovers, no? So, for this segment naman, pag-uusapan natin ang cultural and modern relevance ng movie na Corazon ng Unang Aswang. So, sa part na to, gusto namin mag-focus sa isang mas simpleng tanong at yun ay, bakit kaya hanggang ngayon may kurot pa rin sa mga puso natin ng movie na Corazon? Kasi if you think about it, hindi lang siya kwento ng isang halimaw, ika nga ng mga tao dun sa movie. Actually, kwento rin siya ng isang taong unti-unting napagod, nabigo, at nasaktan. Yes, dami ring opinions ng pusa ko rito. Pero, um, honestly ako, I really love this movie. Sa akin may kurot pa rin talaga siya till
Yes.
this day. So, kayo ba guys?
Yeah.
Ano siya,
I feel the
very
same way.
woman empowerment.
Yeah.
Yes, 'di ba? So, isa
Yes.
actually sa mga bagay na tumatama talaga dito sa movie na 'to is kung paano niya binago yung pagtingin natin sa aswang. Kasi here, we're not speaking for everyone, pero most of us siguro lumaki na takot sa aswang, 'di ba? Kasi yung mga kwento-kwento.
Yes.
Ako, I'm sure. Kayo ba?
As a provincial
Yes.
kid, yes.
Yes,
Yes,
same.
same.
'Di
Same.
ba?
Hindi ko kailangan ma-witness para maniwala.
True, same.
Kwento pa
True,
lang
true.
solve ka
Oo.
na,
That's
'di
one.
ba? Pero dito
Mm.
actually sa movie na 'to pinakita siya na sa totoong buhay may mga, quote unquote halimaw talaga. Pero hindi naman sila dapat halimaw. It's just we have to look like I said earlier kung paano sila lumaki or trinato ng society nila. Kasi may mga tao na may pinagdadaanan or problema tapos hinuhusgahan ka pa bigla, 'di ba, ng ibang tao instead of just giving you comfort and
Oo,
understanding.
oo.
They
Or
can feel
True.
pain.
'Di ba? Or making the environment a safe space at least para maka-grieve ka or maka-feel ka ng pain. Katulad ni
Oo.
Corazon,
Right.
she was supposed to be grieving for
Mm.
the loss of her child, pero grabe kaagad yung judgment ng mga tao sa kanya.
Oo.
And the loss of her dad
Totoo.
pa.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
yung dad
'Di
niya.
ba?
very
Parang
overlooked
up
nga
lahat.
yun.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why that kind of situation actually hits close to home. Kasi I think at some point, we can all agree na culture talaga nating mga Pilipino yan, chismis, marites. Kasi
Oo.
minsan, grabe,
Sobra,
mabilis talaga
nakakahirap.
tayo magbigay ng opinions and
Oo,
labels
totoo.
kahit hindi natin alam yung buong kwento. I mean, this is very evident sa social media here sa Philippines. But TikTok, hello.
Oo,
Yes,
grabe
cancel
Mm.
doon.
culture. Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
comment section.
Mm.
My God, my number one
Mm.
fear.
True
We may
though.
not
Oo.
see it unless we look closely. Pero sa panahon natin ngayon, as sad as it sounds, marami pa ring corazon. Kasi may mga
True.
Modern
taong
witch hunt.
True.
Yeah, modern witch hunt.
Yes. May mga tao talagang makakasalamuhan natin na maingay sila or tahimik, pero deep down, everyone is undergoing so much societal pressure and other personal problems. And half the time, hindi natin malalaman na may ganun silang pinagdadaanan dahil pili-pili nilang huwag magkwento dahil sa takot na baka ma-judge sila or takot sila magkwento dahil iniisip nila na hindi sila tama or normal based sa standards ng society. And hindi man sila naging aswang, literally katulad dun sa movie, pero tulad ni Corazon, I personally believe na maraming taong napipilitang magbago, magtago. Minsan, may mga nawawala rin sa sarili nila because of the stress, the pressure, and of course, the
Oo.
judgment from the society. Where judgers, perfect talaga
Mm.
tayo dito, bawal ma-judge.
Oo, sobrang
True.
Kaya,
perfect.
Totoo.
this is the same society and people na dapat tumutulong sa kanila.
Oo,
True.
true.
And the very people who are
Mm.
supposed to help them are the
Mm.
very people who betrays them and stabs them in their back.
Yes,
Tama-tama
Mm.
ka dyan,
exactly.
Alexa.
True.
Mm.
For me, like this movie, Corazon, underneath all of the themes, it's a story of transformation. A woman pushed to the brink of sanity, and the people who are supposed to have her back instead pushes her off the edge of the cliff. I also love in the cinematography, kung napansin nyo guys, na um, yung transformation, makita mo sa movie that change. Kasi if you
Oo.
notice, di ba, sa three-fourths ng film, it's always this parang sepia, muted,
Oo.
it looks like an afternoon. Mukha siyang hapon. But in
Oo.
the last quarter, where the climax happens, where her transformation is complete, the setting is in night. Gabi na siya. She's
Oo.
changed. She's rejected the blessings of the sun. She breaks down. And
Mm.
yung breaking part niya na andun siya kasama ng asawa niya, si Daniel, she shouts, "Magsama kayo ng Diyos mo, ginawa ko na lahat." That's the complete
Damn.
transformation. Yeah, 'di ba? I was like, "Whoa,
Grabe
okay. I didn't
yun.
know Erich can
Oo.
Yeah,
act that
grabbing
good."
analogy yun.
Yeah, she's now a
Oo.
creature of the night. Kung iugnay natin yung Corazon sa Filipino psyche today naman, makita natin na maraming tema sa pelikula ang buhay pa rin hanggang ngayon. Unang-una, of course, ipinakita ng kwento kung paano nagkaroon ng outsider. There's an us and them sa isang komunidad.
Oo.
Si Corazon na
Oo.
barren, si Melinda na may trauma at paano madaling mag-shift ang mga tao mula sa pakikiramay tungo sa pag-dehumanize. I love how
Mhm.
they portrayed the sufferings of women. They're vastly different women, si Melinda and Corazon,
Oo.
but they're suffering. Both of them are suffering all the
Oo.
same because of the same people, just because they're
Oo.
others. One, wala na sa ulirat and being called
Mm.
baliw, and the other naman, on the other
Mm.
hand, barren. Corazon is the
Oo.
Maria Clara
Mm.
type, right? Like she's
Mm.
nice, she's
Oo.
quiet, mabait na anak,
Mahinhin, 'di ba?
mahinhin, 'di ba? She's got straight
Oo.
hair, she's a perfect
Oo.
perfect woman.
Oo.
Yeah, she's got like pearlescent skin.
Mm.
She's a perfect paragon of a Filipino woman. But even that is not enough in the eyes of her
Oo.
community because she has the fatal flaw of not being a mother.
O parang
So,
nasa kanya na dapat lahat,
'di
pero yun nga
ba?
oo. Kaya siya nababash dahil nasa kanya na lahat, pero may isa lang siyang flaw.
In the eyes of a family-centric community like the Philippines, it's
Yes.
one of the most fatal flaw that you can have.
Oo.
Her barrenness, 'di
Kawawa
ba?
naman. Oo.
Like her barrenness, her inability to conceive a child in the eyes of her community and other Filipino families too, it's a moral failing, even though she has no choice in
Oo.
it.
Oo
It's
nga.
a
And
moral
can
Kawawa
I
failing on her
just
naman.
part.
say
Mm.
na
Mm.
parang when it comes to barrenness, laging babae yung first
Oo.
in-assume na
Right?
baog.
O
Sorry for
ano?
the term.
Like,
Like,
Yeah.
what if si Daniel pala yung may
Yung,
Oo.
yeah, di ba?
capability to produce
Tama. Buti nga,
children?
you're good at
buti nga
cooking.
Totoo.
today you can test
Mm.
the sperm of the guy para to prove na hindi naman kasalanan entirely ng babae. Buti nga ngayon may ganun.
Mm.
Kawawa si Corazon na she was born in the wrong time. Ayun.
Yeah.
Tsaka yung
You're good cooking
rumors
there.
din about her and her mom na parang ginamit ng mga
Hapon.
soldiers. Oo, ng mga
Yeah.
Hapon
Comfort
na like,
woman,
mm,
ganun.
Yeah.
oo, kaya ayaw rin nila sa
Mm.
kanya eh.
Again,
Kawawa
misogyny.
naman.
Yeah.
Oo,
Mm.
Yeah.
totoo.
Final boss.
Di
Misogyny
naman nila
final boss.
choice yun.
I mean, up until now, hanggang ngayon, dyan pa rin yung victim blaming at stigma. Lalo na
Yes,
para sa
true.
mga babae na hindi nag-fit sa expectations ng society. Just like you guys said earlier with Melinda, her mom, and even Corazon. Yung pressure kay Corazon na magkaanak, na magkaroon ng pamilya from her community, at saka yung cultural norms, may bigat pa rin yung motherhood bilang sukatan ng value ng isang babae.
Oo.
And going back to the assault, of course, disclaimer, this movie has a lot of really dark topics, not just
Yeah.
miscarriage, but also rape and sexual assault. Dagdag pa doon yung colonial trauma, yung rape with Corazon, and ng mom niya, wherein they were sexually assaulted by both American and Japanese soldiers. I love
Yeah.
how they not love. Love is not a good word. Oop, let me backtrack. It's
uh,
good that they use
yeah.
the symbolism of rape as the exploitation of the Japanese and the Americans on the women, on the Filipino women. Because, of course, in times of war, women are they experience a different trauma than the men, and it's almost
Oo.
always sexual. Unfortunately,
Most
it's such a hard
Oo.
vulnerable.
fact.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Oo.
And they portrayed both the Japanese and the Americans because that's the reality of it. Na it was
Oo.
the Americans who are supposed to be our saviors. We're also just another conqueror who exploited the Filipino
Oo.
people. Yeah, so
True.
up until now, naipasa yung present day issues tulad ng colonial mentality, colorism, at saka yung self-blame culture. Makita rin
Agree.
natin yung madilim na side ng mga values tulad ng hiya, pakikisama, at yung hayaan mo na or wag ka na gumawa ng gulo mindset. The don't rock the boat mindset na nakakapag-passive
Oo.
sa komunidad kahit may injustice na nangyari. Remember guys, yung scene wherein Daniel, Corazon's husband, was at the binyag ng inaanak niya. And
Ah.
one of his friends, right, mocked Corazon right in his face. And of course, as the husband, he storms off. He's mad kasi sabihin ba naman na like disrespectuhin ba naman yung asawa mo right in your face? He
Oo.
has the
Oo nga.
right to storm off. But one of his friends goes after him and says na, hayaan mo na, alam mo naman yun. Like,
Lagi naman ganyan
Yeah.
yung excuse
right?
eh.
Mm.
Yeah,
Pero,
like, what
Nakaka-trigger.
gives? 'Di ba?
Yan
Like,
nanginihasa and
Totoo.
all that.
true. In
Giving
the,
people pleaser.
it's giving people pleaser.
Mm.
Like, you're supposed to turn the other cheek. You're supposed to just sit
Mm-mm.
down, smile, and take whatever is thrown at you, even though it's
Mm-mm.
wrong na. I mean, even si Daniel,
Oo.
even though of course he's the only person in the whole movie, I think, who does not pressure his wife to have a kid. He still embodies a
Mm-mm.
systemic Filipino masculine culture wherein he's not that emotional. He's
Mm-mm.
supportive, pero
True.
tahimik siya eh. Tahimik lang siya at saka
Ano
wala
siya?
siyang
Quiet supporter
nonchalant.
lang siya. Yeah.
He's giving
Nonchalant.
nonchalant.
Oo.
Mhm.
Oo.
Oo, kasi naka-embed pa rin sa kultura yung expectation na dapat strong at hindi expressive yung lalaki.
Oo.
And who's the actor for him?
I forgot.
Derek Ramsey.
Derek Ramsey.
Derek
Not gonna
Yeah.
lie, he embodied
Oh,
that. Yeah, he's masculine, but at the same time,
yeah.
the nonchalant
Yes,
is
I agree.
giving. And I like how they portrayed yung transformation ni Corazon from a beguiling, innocent woman into a creature of the night doon sa breakdown niya with Danielle. Yung
Mm-mm.
magsama-sama kayo ng
Mm-mm.
Diyos mo, ginawa ko na lahat. Like, I don't want to demonize her kasi I'm pretty sure this is not, it has
Oo.
themes of religion, but it's not supposed to demonize
Oo.
her. But for her, it's,
Oo.
she's literally done everything. She sacrificed everything, but it's not enough.
Oo.
She
True.
is, di ba? She sacrificed everything, but everything is like not going her way. It's not her year.
Oo.
Mm-mm.
Si
Oo.
Corazon, she's of course the product ng trauma, rejection, tsaka kawalan ng kapwa from her community. Kaya relevant pa rin siya up until now, especially sa panahon ng social media, kung saan mabilis magkaroon ng mob mentality. As you guys said earlier, the groupthink,
Oo.
cancel culture, panghusga ng hindi naintindihan ang pinanggagalingan ng tao. The keyboard
Oo.
warriors, not
Oo.
giving. It's so easy to
Tsaka
throw stones.
yung breakdown ni Corazon, I believe she's not blaming God. Parang sinasabi niya lang na parang I did everything, na
Yeah.
nagpanata ako sa mga Diyos pero wala
Mm-mm.
pa rin kaya I'm
Yes,
done.
ginawa niya
Ganon.
lahat.
I
Yeah,
don't
she's
think,
just tired.
parang I don't think,
'Di ba?
yun nga, as you've said, na hindi dapat siya i-demonize. Hindi naman talaga dapat kasi she's just tired. She's just a girl at the end of the day. But, for sure,
Yeah.
bata pa si Corazon. Hindi siya mga 30 plus na hindi mga anak. Kasi, si Erich yun eh. Parang, alam mo yun, very feminine, ganon, 20s. Tapos
Yeah.
parang ganon na agad yung pressure sa kanya. So, parang, tama lang na napagod din siya at the end of the day.
True though. Yeah. Like if I'm pretty sure if even one person or even just like one group tried to understand her or even if her
Oo.
husband, I don't know, kung umalis sila sa barrio, it would
Or
not
if
result the
dinefend,
way.
if dinefend siya ng husband niya vocally, that
'Di
would,
ba?
parang, that would
Mm-mm.
mean that they are establishing boundaries, setting their foot down na wala akong pake kung hindi mga anak yung asawa ko pa rin siya. Ganon,
Yeah,
ganon.
precisely. And I love that they used aswang as a symbol of women's silent suffering. Kasi, di ba,
Mm-mm.
sa film, they reimagined the aswang myth into something that comes from the unheard pain of women. Just as Mika said earlier, the grief, anger, resentment, the
Oo.
frustration, the unheard pain that Corazon
Oo.
has, the infertility, the assault that she's gathered. I mean, by that
Oo.
time, she's got so much on her plate. Like she has her
Oo.
sexual trauma, she's got the death of her father, death of her child, the social rejection.
Oo.
Ay,
Oo. Nasa kanya
grabe.
na lahat ng problema. Sinalo
Girl,
niya na lahat
nabingo
ng
talaga
problema.
siya.
Deserve
Oo.
ang crush out of the century.
Dala-dala
Oo,
niya
deserve a
lahat.
crash out.
Strongest.
Yeah.
Strongest soldier.
Strongest soldier in the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's forgiven for killing the kids, but I
Oo
understand.
naman.
I
Mm.
I'm not saying it's
Siguro
good,
parang
but Corazon, I
Tsaka, she was
understand.
not mentally
schizophrenic lang.
well. I think very obvious
Oo.
naman
Yes,
yun.
oo.
Oo, yun
Mm-mm.
din.
Nakaka-schizophrenic na siya nung time
Postpartum.
na yon.
Yun din, the
Yes.
Yes.
postpartum. And
Mm.
Mm-mm.
her husband was being nonchalant pa. Ay, she's
Pinipilit
so
ni Daniel si
isolated.
Corazon na tanggapin na niya. Like,
Oo nga eh.
kalimutan mo
Yeah.
na, gano'n.
As
Hindi
if it
naman
would
siya
be
nag-carry for
easy.
9
Years lang.
months eh.
Oo.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Hindi
As
naman
if it
siya yung
would be
nagdala.
easy. True,
Right.
oo.
Hindi siya yung nag-ritual doon ng
Ng
mag-isa.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
oo.
Yes.
And
Yung
she
Grabe.
literally grew it
nag-carry
inside
nung
her
rebulto.
body.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for him,
Dapat
like, move
talaga
on. Huh?
walang say mga lalaki pag about sa pregnancy.
About
No
women's
uterus,
bodies,
no
right?
opinion.
True,
True.
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 I mean, the community itself polices. That's one thing din na very relevant sa film na parallel sa current society natin ngayon.
Mm-mm.
How the community or the people around us polices women's bodies na
Oo.
you're forced or heavily pressured into either marrying, to having kids,
Mm-mm.
judgment toward women who are child free, to women who are
Oo.
queer. And of course, the stigma against women with mental
Oo.
illness. It's almost always that. Iba, grabe, crash out of century talaga ay.
Alam nyo, naging research ko yan sa field methods. Yung pagiging dinks,
Mm.
yung double income no kids na couple. Mas
Mm.
madami ng ganun ngayon kasi nga sa sobrang mahal ng bilihin. So
Mm-mm.
sana parang kahit nung time ni
Mm-mm.
Corazon, dapat hindi lang sa
True.
women yung hate, dapat dun din sa lalaki. Pero ayun nga,
True.
since she was born in the wrong era, ayun, nag-suffer siya. Kawawa
Yeah,
naman.
unfortunately. Dapat talaga na siya, 21st century woman. Charot. Yan. So sa kabuuan, of course, yung pelikula, mirror siya ng Philippine society na pinapakita yung sugat at saka ugat ng prejudice kung saan paano nawawala yung kapwa kapag nangingibabaw na yung takot, chismis, at saka yung hiya. Malaking ambag ng Corazon sa pag-intindi natin sa Filipino psyche, of course. It challenges us to ask how we treat the marginalized today, paano tayo nagre-react sa trauma ng ibang tao, at kung talagang buhay pa ba ang tunay na diwa ng kapwa sa panahon ngayon, especially as psychology students. It's
Yes.
yeah, it gives us a unique perspective, I think, not just
Oo.
on the Filipino psyche, but the psyche of literally everyone as a whole. It
Oo.
makes us more empathetic, I would say.
That's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in on our podcast about Corazon, Ang Unang Aswang, a movie about a woman's suffering, about rural community dynamics, and the consequences of their actions. This has been Pelikula Lovers, where every kwento may kwentong Pilipino. Kita-kits ulit sa susunod na paglalakbay sa pelikula. Again, this is Ses.
This is Siza.
This is Cass.
This is Leslie.
This is Micaela.
And this has been Alexa.
This is Pelikula Lovers signing off. Bye!
Bye!
Bye!